And we're sitting on the beach that weekend or Thursday, and George says, you know, I hear there's a couple of people getting together in upstate New York. I said, yeah, I don't know, you know. He said, do you want to go? And I said, nah, it's a long, nah. And I said, but I heard Felix was going to sing this song, Who Am I But You and the Sun, that we co-wrote. He really loves the song. And he asked Leslie if he could play it at Woodstock if they play together. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, fast forward. When the Americans landed on the moon in August, I landed on the drum throne in Mountain. It was really cool with Steve, and we had this band going on. So we're in the studio recording Mountain Climbing at the record plant in New York. And I'm in heaven. I mean, I'm a kid. Everything's going right. The rainbow is working, and everything is, and you know what happens? I'm in the studio, and there's a knock on the door. It turns out the producer who was mixing the Woodstock live record next door in the other studio asked if he could borrow a drummer, meaning moi. So I said, Felix, they need help. Apparently, when 10 Years After was playing at Woodstock, the microphones went off on the drums. They weren't working. So they had all the other tracks for going home, but they didn't have a drum, and they said, could he come in and overdub the drums? And I said, Felix, is it all right to take a break and go? And they said, yeah, go ahead. So I go in the studio, and I'm looking at all these strange people, and I said, so what's the song? It's called Going Home. I said, and who's the band? I said, they're 10 Years After. I said, I don't know anything at that point. I'm just a kid from Canada. Anyway, so what happens? How does it go? Well, go home, see my baby, go home, go home. See, and I go, that sounds good. Now, what's the chorus? How's it go? Break out, go home, see my baby, go home. Okay, that sounds pretty difficult. I said, so how's the bridge go? Going home, see my baby. Now, it sounds pretty simple, but what I found out, it was 27 minutes long. That was the thing. And little did I know that Alvin Lee may have absorbed a little of the medication that was going on at Woodstock. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I go, anyways, the song starts off, going home, see my baby, going home, see my tape, get that tape. Wow, that's good, okay. And then 5 minutes in, Alvin Lee decides to go home, see my baby, going home. 10 minutes in, go, see my baby, going home. 26 minutes, I was out. I went, oh, God, I can't believe it. It's all right. They said, you did great, Corky. That was perfect. You stuck right without, oh, it's great. I said, you know what? I'm going home. So I went home. I went back to my apartment in the village, which I just moved to. So here's what happens, okay? I go home a couple weeks later, knock on my door. There's a big brown package delivered to me, right? And I open it up, it's a gold record for Woodstock Going Home, because 10 years after, when I played on, they gave me a gold record. I'm going, wow, this is beautiful. I take the gold record, and I put it up on my little apartment, my brick wall, which was very cool. Put that gold record, you know how gold looks on brick. It's beautiful. Anyway, I put it up on the wall, and I'm in heaven. A week later, another knock on the door. I open it, big brown package. I open it up. It's another gold record for Woodstock, For Whom I Bid You in the Sun, the one that they played. And then I went, I can't believe this is unbelievable. I take the gold record and I put it up next to the other gold record. I've got 2 gold records from Woodstock, and I wasn't even there. Hey?